Did you finally give up on the event? Do you feel like maybe perhaps grinding for a huge pet, or the Titanic itself may not be possible, or just kinda endlessly grinding here for days upon hours of the day is kinda tiring and you would like to do something else different within the game? Did you finally give up on the wheel? Tired of making a bunch of potions? Not sure what to do? See me on a hoverboard randomly spinning around, floating, hovering, not sure what to do. I thought about this for a while, around a week or so before the second part of this update. I wanted to go ahead and collect a ton of chests to go ahead and do somewhat of a mass opening to test out something new. This may not be new for absolutely everybody, and I'm pretty sure some people know about this method, and that is basically getting a ton of abyssal chests. Now, this is a really good way of making some gems so long as you're extremely lucky with the RNG rolls. However, whether you choose to go ahead and get a ton of the frozen chests to go ahead and get the abyssal bait, or if you choose to go out into the trade plaza and actually obtain those chests, right now they're relatively cheap enough for people to go ahead and hoard. Though, at the very end of the day, what I like to warn out is there is a risk of gem return. You may or you may not make your gems back. However, if you're lucky enough, you might be able to profit from this. So let's go ahead and get started with today's video. I also did pick the previous two winners for my last video's giveaway as well. For this one, I will also pick two people to go ahead and win two pets as well in this one. The only thing that I ask is you guys like the video, as it does help me out with the algorithm, and I would really appreciate it. It helps me come out with more content like this for you guys. And make sure you guys pay attention to today's question. Let's go ahead and get started. So I know you're probably wondering, Vapor, what in the world are you doing in the trade hub? What is today's video going to be about? So I have done absolutely everything within this update that I feel is pretty much done and over with. So I kind of got over the wheel and I kind of got over the board itself for the event. So what's the next best thing that we can go ahead and start doing in the game right now to prepare for the next update? I know it's Tuesday, but still, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. We have 3 days theoretically to go ahead and maximize absolutely everything out before an update hits. Technically today, what we're going to be doing is like a quote-unquote testing video, but I want to go ahead and not stress this enough, is seeing how completely broken this abyssal treasure chest is. Now this thing fluctuates in price. Sometimes you'll see it exactly at wrap, but currently right now what I have been seeing it is being sold under wrap, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now the reason why we're going to go ahead and do this is not because we're looking for like the potions, and the potions are nice, right? If we can get potions to create tier 4 potions in the long run, that's absolutely what we want, right? But for the price that it's going for, around 2,500 or so, give or take, depending on who you're buying from, this can be a very good profit so long as you're able to get the items that are very good out of it. And we're talking about the egg and the fishing rod. Now, I did open a ton of these before prior, and we're talking about maybe 3,000 or so. And I was lucky enough to get an additional corrupt fishing rod, aka Bob, and I was able to sell it. So this is a great way to get gems. However, this is completely risky, and if you can't afford to do this in bulk, I totally understand, but this is mainly for people that want to see how broken this is and, you know, take the risk and actually try to do this. But, you know, during these videos, what I like to do is test these out to see if it's actually beneficial for players to actually go ahead and take advantage of. To do this whole test, it's gonna be a little hard to indicate what I already have mixed in with stuff that's like brand new, because we don't have boxes on this game, nor do we have a system where we're able to basically hide everything that we're basically able to use. So anything that's untradeable, I'm gonna go ahead and absolutely ignore, and this is gonna kind of be a little hard, obviously. So if we had like a system where we're able to store things, that would be great, but you know, at the very end of the day, that's absolutely fine. So we are gonna go ahead and open 8,325 of these chests. Am I gonna cry? Yes, because I can only open 50 at a time. Dude, do you know how many? Do you know how long this is gonna take me? I'm gonna cry in a corner. All right, let's go ahead and get started and do this. Okay, so 1. And I'm wondering if people out there believe also if opening these in bulk actually reduce the chances of actually getting something really good versus like opening it at one at a time. Did I already get a god potion? I think I did. I think I got an extra god potion out of that just from opening up a few. I already had one previously, but I did notice an additional one be added in here, so I think I just got one. So let's go ahead and review the footage of previously before I opened it. Yeah, I only had one, so I just got an extra one that was opened within what, 75 or so of these. So that's absolutely a W. That's a W. Oh my god. I am finally finished. So, in the grand total of absolutely everything, the chests were worth around 28,300,000 gems. But did we break even, or did we end up profiting from absolutely everything that we ended up getting? That's the bigger question, right? Are these broken, or is it a bust? So I did the math for absolutely everything before doing this, so absolutely everything will come out to be precise. Now, we did spend about 28,300,000 gems on the chests itself, but what we were able to get were 3 additional frozen rods, which accumulated up to 9,060,000 gems, which is really good. We didn't get an additional corrupt rod, which is what I kind of wanted to go for, but that's okay. But I ended up getting 11 god potions, which totals in 27,830,000 gems, which gives us a total of 36,890,000 gems, just a little under 40 million gems. Now, how much did we profit from this? After doing some math, yay school, yay Cambridge, yay Harvard, yay college stuff, we made 8,590,000 gems, which honestly at this point on Pets Go is actually very good. Now, these numbers might not be the best to some out there, but for people out there that do want to have a better method on making gems and taking a bit of a risk, this is a absolute broken method. Though, again, at the very end of the day, the corrupted rod is basically what you want to get paired up with absolutely everything else that we had from the chest today. I would say maybe next time I should collect around 30,000 to see and maybe test out. Granted, this might cost a lot of gems, but I feel like I have a higher chance of getting a lot more stuff that way. As of right now, with everything kind of deflating item-wise, I think it's going to be wise for me to hold on to these, at least attempt to hold on to them. And maybe perhaps wait for an update, maybe possibly for something to be added inside of the frozen pond. Though again, this might be wishful thinking. I can go ahead and sell these the way that they are right now. But for the god potions, maybe waiting for them to go up finally, maybe that could be a possibility. But right now, we did make the 8,590,000 gems from doing this. So if you guys are trying to go through the route of not being able to go ahead and buy any of the chests, you do need to have the abyssal bait in order to actually get the chest. Now, these are untradeable, so they might be a little hard to get, considering that you cannot get them. However, if you go through the frozen fishing chest, you are able to get a chance, a very small chance I'm assuming, to get them through here for free. This is the free-to-play method, and this is the way that you can go ahead and get these little fishing bait in order to go ahead and farm them yourselves. Otherwise, you will be paying the gems in order to get them. I do have to open up 31,000 of these, so I will have to test this out to see how beneficial this might be and if it might be worth your time to go ahead and start fishing. So let me go ahead and do that right now. We have 41 currently active inside of the little items area and currently 21 that I have pending. I want to mention, if you guys do decide to go through the frozen bait part, which again is not tradable, and if you end up farming the worms itself, the nice thing about the frozen chest is obviously you can get a chance in order to get the abyssal bait, but you also run a chance of also getting the fishing rod, god potions, the chest itself, and a huge egg. This is totally dependent on this chest and this chest alone, and this is excluding any type of profit that we ended up getting from today's video. So think of it as this. If you're able to double profit from this alone, on top of the chest itself, you guys don't understand how great of a method this absolutely is. And this is really good for starter players out there that are just beginning the game. However, you do need to have gems in order to go ahead and get the stuff needed. This includes the fishing rods, the ability to get a ton of frozen fishing bait, and you do need a ton of the frozen fishing chests. Obviously, once you're done and finished, you're gonna go ahead and open absolutely everything. And this pairs up phenomenally with the fishing mastery, because the more you fish, the more things that you end up unlocking. So just imagine if you were able to get the huge Atlantean jellyfish, or even better yet, the abyssal jellyfish, or Bob. I figured at the very end of the update for this week, this was a method that I was thinking about doing for quite some time. However, I needed time to go ahead and accumulate all of the materials needed for this. Now, let's go ahead and get started and open absolutely all 30,000 of these and end up seeing what happens. I opened all 30,000 of these chests. Now, after doing this, I kind of realized this may not be the most friendly way to go ahead and get any of this stuff. However, if you just end up getting super duper lucky and getting at least one of those really good items, end up getting 1 god potion from this and 2 whopping abyssal baits. 2. Yeah, I got 2, but that's okay because at the very end of the day, you do end up getting this for free if you end up going ice fishing. So think of it as a long-term investment if you have hundreds of thousands of these, and I know there's players out there that do. Is this a method for me? Absolutely not. I want to go ahead and start opening absolutely everything, whether I go ahead and get abyssal bait, or if I end up just getting the boxes, the chests from the plaza and just open it up that way. So at the very end of the day, the abyssal bait is or was a premium bait. This was obtained through the Forever Pack and no longer is obtainable from what I've seen so far from buying from the pack itself. You guys can correct me if I am wrong if this still shows up. It used to be a premium thing, that's all I remember. Likewise with a huge corrupted bait, which is no longer, at least from my knowledge from what I've been able to see in the Forever Pack, was also a premium thing as well, meaning that this would technically be a premium chest. So at the very end of the day, this is totally up to you guys on how you guys want to go ahead and go about with this method. I just know right now, this is a really nice way to go ahead and make gems, or just get items for free from the chest itself. In my previous video where I go ahead and talk about the new Valentine's Day spinny wheel tickets, I did promise everybody I was going to go ahead and give away 2 huges within that video. So congratulations to Noodle. Noodles rock, yeah? I love that username. So congratulations to Noodle Rocks, yeah. Winner is Fluffy Cookie 701. So congratulations to the 2 winners from the previous video. So in today's video, I also will be giving an additional 2 huges away to the next 2 winners. I would say for today's question though, have you ever opened up a mass opening of all of these abyssal chests? What was the best items that you ended up getting out of them? And if you never done this before, after seeing today's video, do you plan on maybe perhaps opening a bunch of them? Let me know down in the comments down below, and as always, make sure you guys like the videos as it does help me out come out with more content like this for you guys and helps me out with the algorithm. I would really appreciate it. Until then, I will go ahead and see you guys all later. Okay, bye.